Hey there, it's Mark. Last year on Mr. Grooves, when I started doing follow-up videos from the case unboxing videos, like this one is the 2020 F case. Here's a couple of the newer models. I kind of started looking at them in 2019. I would take the new models from the case and I would show them over here on Mr. Grooves. I would open up the package. Now here, this one is a Lamborghini. Which one is it? 16 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster. And here we have the Porsche. You have the Porsche Panamera Turbo SE Hybrid Sport Turismo, which might be actually the longest name for Hot Wheels now. This one right here, Mercedes-Benz. 19 Mercedes-Benz A-Class. I opened them up in the video, but then I opened up several others, and I had a topic about this, I had a topic about these, open box this, I did this. Now, instead, I'm going to focus on individual models when I do my Mr. Grooves follow-up videos. I have something to talk about for the F case, and I'll do that now. But one of the cars, two of the cars actually, are going to get individual features. Now, this one I already covered before, so I broke it out into a new video. I just published that. And here's another one. I opened it up. It was in the same 2019 L case. All of them came from the 2019 L case. Now the 2020 F case has some new models. But now with the new format now for Mr. Grooves, I'm not going to be opening up a bunch of cars and whatnot. It makes it for a good video. But then later on, if I want to refer back to it, you know, like I said with this was at the end of the video. So if I tell people, hey, go to this video, and I talked about this car and how this works, and I talked about this. Well, these were way later in the video, so it just doesn't make YouTube sense anymore. I do have a subject to talk about from this case, so there'll be one subject for this video. And I might not be able to do it with every case. We'll see. But I do have a topic to talk about with this case. Now this case, actually, there's something I did not mention in the video when I was doing the unboxing. Quite a few of the packages are messed up. The plastic is cracked. Look right here, I can stick my finger. Yeah, even with the newest models, and I did not mention it. I don't remember if I might have went like this on one of the packages. Something real quick. Now this Mattel Dreammobile, I actually accidentally called it something else. You know what? On the back, you see it says Mattel Dreammobile. It's actually the first car that Mattel made. In 1953, Elliott Handler and Joseph Kossoff designed what would be Mattel's first toy vehicle. So pretty cool. Mattel made a plastic car. They actually called it the Mattel Dream Car. Now somebody else has already done a full video on that, so I'm not going to make a whole. I'll have a link at the end of the video if you want to see the original Mattel Dream Car. Okay, it doesn't make sense for me to do it again. By the way, some of you, I don't know if you guys knew the name Mattel. It's actually a combination of two names, and right here you can see Elliott Handler. He was one of the founders. Him and his wife actually were the founders of Mattel. So if you take the EL for Mattel, and then there was another partner actually, Harold Matt Mason. That's how they got Mattel. Matt's first name M-A-T-T. And then the EL from Elliott, not El Segundo, the EL from Elliott, and that's how they got the name Mattel. The wife's name did not wind up being part of the Mattel company name. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about, so when I talked about the busted blister, here you have a 2020 new model. Another thing that I did with the other videos, the old format for the follow-up video is I would go ahead and read the back. Well, this one doesn't have anything. It's not a new model. It seemed to be repetitive from what I already talked about in the case unboxing. So this one has a crack. Busted blister. I only went through the top, grabbed a few off the top. There's a lot more than this. This one, busted blister. Now look, to be honest, they're dollar toy cars. So they're just mass producing these. So if you've seen the video, yep, Thomas the Tank Engine, or Thomas and Friends, has a new vehicle. Check out that engine. Now, the mantra for Mattel used to be speed, power, and performance. I don't know if they actually go by that mantra anymore. That's definitely the case with Thomas here. Definitely gave it the look of speed, power, and performance. By the way, I forgot, but several people noticed that it has a hook in the back. So we'll see if we'll be able to hook up, if they're going to come out with other Thomas and Friends. If they do, who would you want to do it? The only thing is that when they do it, that means if they do it, that means there's going to have to be a hook in the front of the other vehicles, because probably almost everybody knows. But the way Thomas and Friends works, when they actually connect them, it's a magnet. So this way it's real discreet. It's in the front. It's like a magnet. It's going to be kind of ugly to have a hook in the front. But hey, if it works, it works. Check this out too. The case unboxing video actually had 3 different case codes, 45, 46, and 47. And even Thomas right here, Thomas has 2 codes. Thomas has 46 and 47. That means they were produced the 46th and 47th week of 2019. The M code is for 2019. Yeah, it's 2020, but it's February. So they made them, you know, later last year. And by the time they get all put together, packed and shipped, and by the time they got here in the United States, it's already February 2020. That's why it takes so long. So that intro was to cover the new direction of Mr. Grooves case unboxing follow-up videos. I will be doing, in this video, I will have shout-outs. I might not necessarily always, but thanks for everybody. I have the errors to talk about in just a moment. I actually had, so someone said, hey, Soul Gaming said, hey, could you cut some footage on duplicates? And because they're making the video longer. Well, I turn around and for one, I do try to go a little bit faster on the second one, right? Give it a quick look. And on the first one, you know, I try to give it a really good look. And then on the second one, I kind of go faster. Well, look what happened on the second one. I went so fast, I didn't even notice that there's actually 2 cards here. Look, stuck back to back. That's pretty cool. I might separate them when I do a feature video on this. So I do try to go faster. But look, my video is going to be talking about the cars and features and some of the history. If you watch other case unboxing videos, there's some people that say, hey, cool new model. It's not a new model. It's been around a long. It's just that they haven't seen it in a while, right? I've been collecting over 20 years. So some of the stuff I recognize, it's been gone and it's come back. So that's the value I add to my case unboxing videos. As to why they've been going almost a half hour, the last couple ones, well, we just start talking about cars. And you know what? Some people like that format and some people don't. It's all right. You know, if you don't like it, it's okay. Besides, I don't talk that fast. You can push the 1.5 speed or even double speed and still hear what I'm talking about. Lawrence Ching at 1307, not an error, but I believe the cloak didn't close completely. And when he's talking about the cloak, he's talking about this piece right here, because cloak and dagger kind of has a piece that sits on top. So that's what he's talking about. And you know, I'm looking, it's like, wow, looks all right. But when you look closer, actually, if you notice this back part, see how nicely the canopy, I'm going to call this the driver's canopy. See how nicely tucked in it is right here? Well, Lawrence got a pretty good eye. This one's sticking up a little bit. And sure enough, it's actually not popped in. Right now it's laying down in place. If I could get it to a certain spot, I can get it to just pop out. See, it's just loose. It's not tucked in. I'm going to do a separate video on this because just to show the alien. But yeah, this piece, you see this piece right here? This piece tucks in, and then that's how that sits. And last but not least, once again, Soul Gaming. See, when I go through too fast, then I miss stuff. To be honest, you know, there's been people say, hey, they want to see the artwork on each card. They want me to show the collector numbers. They want me to show the series. They want me to show them, geez, an hour? How long is it going to take me? So I do try to add some value, but some of the details I let go. Trust me, Soul Gaming, I try to hurry up a little bit, you know, but my style of presentation is going to be different than others. And if you want to see faster stuff, if you just want to see the pictures are online, you know. And lastly, now, is this an error where it's a double card back? Well, technically, well, it wasn't supposed to be released like that. And that is the terminology that I use. Was it supposed to be released like that? No, it wasn't supposed to have two. Is this an error to where it's popped, it's now hooked in? Yeah, technically, I think it's an error. It's not supposed to be released like that. Can you open it, fix it, and is it still playable? Sure. So that's my general description of what is an error. Some are more desirable. This one with the popped up, man, you know, it's going to happen. Double card back. Wow, that's pretty, that does not happen very often, to be honest with you. It's pretty rare. Is it like that desirable? Well, you can't display it. It's neat to talk about, stuff like that, but this is a fantastic error, and because I had already shown one of the Land Rovers, I had already looked at all the sides, looked at the graphics on the top, I looked at the graphics in the back. So when I came to the second one, you know, it was later on in the video, I just took a quick look and then I moved on. Disgrace Model 101 noticed, hey, Race Grooves, one of the Land Rovers has an error. There's no bed on the second one that you pulled out. And when I looked at when I looked at my video again, actually, so I pulled it out first. Then I looked at the video and wondered, how did I not notice? Well, you kind of could have noticed when you look right here. Look, you can see straight through the wheel well to the other side. And right there, it's black. It's black right there. You can't see. There's a blocker or something in the way. And here, look, obviously there's something missing. And yeah, the part that's in the back, ain't got no part in the back, Bubba. Thank you. Thanks for noticing, Disgraced Model 101. You know, other people noticed. He commented first. I don't know if the other people just seen your comments, said, hey, there's an error, but he definitely noticed first that part's missing. Now, since that part's missing, it leads me to believe that this does have some type of interior, because it would be this part that would make the seats and whatnot. So I don't drill open my cars. I use them for track time. Hello? Yes, you're definitely missing a part right there. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So thanks a lot for noticing all of that. Now, as far as this stays in the package, that error with this one and the other color, you know, it's not that big a deal. And I'll be following up on Thomas, so I'll probably show that again. Now, as far as the Mattel Dream Car, I'm going to be, I don't necessarily have a follow-up video coming. I kind of do, can't talk about it right now, but somebody else already did one, so why don't you check out Neeelco's vid on the Mattel Dream Car. If you missed my other presentation, where I unboxed all of these right here and showed the new models. Oh yeah, I cracked open the super treasure hunt of this case. Remember, I won't necessarily do a follow-up of each case, but I might have something to talk about. And I might show some cars individually. Thanks for watching. Happy collecting. Bye-bye.